Okay, so let's start from the top. After a brief glimpse into the future, the story is sent back to the year 1870, recounting the origins of the Phantom of the Opera. The theater is preparing for the performance, Hannibal, led by Carlotta Guidicelli, but she's losing her mind and threatening to quit because there's a mysterious theater resident known as the Opera Ghost who is tormenting the performers. Meanwhile, the current theater manager is planning his retirement and begins showing his replacements around when Carlotta finally has a breakdown and basically quits, shutting down the entire show. Without a replacement, the show surely can't go on. But right before all seemed lost, the ballet instructor volunteers one of the dancers, Christine, putting her on the spot, telling everyone she's a good singer. And Christine is all like, wow, you motherfucker. But she ends up doing really well and everyone else is like, who the fuck? So fast forward to the actual performance where Christine puts on a great show while some creepy dude with a weak looking neck is watching her from the balcony like, oh yeah, Christine. And creepy dude whose name is Raoul. Jesus. Whatever his garbage ass name is, decides to show up to her dressing room after the show and he's like, hey, yo, remember me? And Christine is like, yeah. But as it turns out, they both grew up together, so the two of them get to talking, catching up on life and whatnot, when Raoul is just straight up like, hey, yo, what's good? I'm trying to get in them pantaloons or whatever it is you call them 19th century draws. I might be paraphrasing a little bit. But Christine ain't having it, so she's like, I'll let you know. So Raoul gets kind of butthurt, but he plays it cool and runs off to go write in his block or whatever it is effeminate dudes do in their spare time. Now Christine's alone in her room and says some shit like, hey yo Angela, music what's good? And the opera ghost, who's creepily watching her from the shadows the entire time, jumps out of nowhere and is like, follow me down to my my dungeon. And Christine is like, okay. So they both go down to some creepy dungeon where it's revealed that the opera ghost is really just Leonidas from 300. What? Yes, the opera ghost is Gerard fucking Butler. And it turns out he's one of those really cringy nice guys who's like, so I like you? But Christine is like, I only see you as a friend. So then she steps out of pocket and pulls his mask off for some reason, discovers he has like Forrest Whitaker eye or whatever it is, and he gets all pissed off and tells her to leave. Anyways, fast forward now, Christine and Raoul are confessing their love to each other on some balcony while the opera ghost is hiding behind a statue and he's all like, wow. So now he's all butthurt and he's like, I'm gonna kill her boyfriend, and he tries to lure them both to a graveyard where he fights Raoul and loses. Fast forward again, now Christine is engaged to Raoul, who decides to have one final showdown with the opera ghost who kidnaps Christine, which is actually what Raoul planned in the first place, only the plan didn't work out. Raoul chases after the opera ghost, delving deep into a sex dungeon where the opera ghost traps him by throwing a rope around Raoul's weak-ass gluten-free neck. And Christine is like, seriously, dude? So opera ghost gives her an ultimatum, telling her to marry him or he'll kill her fiance. Much to the opera ghost's surprise, Christine obliges with his request and kisses him right on the mouth, and the opera ghost is all like, yeah, I might be gay. So he lets the two lovers go before it runs off into the darkness, never to be seen or heard from again.